Hi, my name is Yaseen von Briesen, and as a student of robotics, it's very exciting to be able to build and program your own robot. But without adhering to the proper safety regulations, it can get pretty dangerous. So today, I'm going to be talking to you about it. The first step in being safe in the workshop is to dress properly. Make sure you're not wearing any loose and baggy clothing and that you're wearing closed-toed shoes. If you have any jewelry, take it off, and if you have long hair, tie it back. The last thing we want happening is for your hair to get tied up in the drill or caught in a lathe. It happens. Another important rule is to make sure your safety glasses are ANSI Z187.1 compliant. This will be marked on the safety glasses. If you wear glasses, do not wear prescription lenses. There are Z87 compliant glasses meant for those that wear glasses. Now that you're all set with apparel, let's move on to working in the shop. The cardinal rule of working in the shop is don't work alone. This includes mentors. If you're alone in the shop, you will not be able to get the proper help in case you were to get yourself injured. Secondly, keep your workspace clean. When you're drilling into metal and metal shavings are going everywhere and you're using different size screws, it can get pretty messy. You want to keep your workspace clean so that you're not losing things, and when anyone else wants to use it, then they'll have space. Although it's not rocket science, it can be pretty difficult to learn how to use a new tool, so if you don't know how, ask a mentor or a student who's knowledgeable in that area. Additionally, if you're drilling, sawing, cutting, or moving a piece of metal or wood in any way, be sure to clamp it down. The last thing you want is metal or wood flying anywhere. Know your robot cell. A robot cell is defined as the distance that any part of your robot can travel in 1 second. If that robot has an 8-foot tall arm, then the robot cell would increase to 50 feet just in case the robot falls over. If you choose to get into the professional mechanical field, entering a robot cell could get you fired on the spot, so always be aware of your surroundings. When working on the robot, make sure that the robot is off and that you're avoiding any pinch points. If the robot is on, make sure that the driver's station is disabled and nobody will enable it. Similarly, if operating the robot, announce loudly and clearly "robot enabled" so that everyone around you know you're going to drive the robot. Never operate the robot unless it's in prime condition. Unusual sounds with the robot tend to indicate a problem, possibly with the gearbox. Involving the battery, the safety plug should always be in unless you're plugging it into charge or plugging it into the robot. Along with that, be sure that you're not leaving a robot with a plugged-in battery when you're not using it. Also, remember, in a man versus robot situation, the robot always wins. No exceptions. Ever. If you're in the way of a robot, just move out of the way. When it comes to being around a robot, just use common sense. Finally, you made it to competition and you're ready to compete. There's just a few more rules that you need to know. To start off, any tools you have must be plugged into the main pit breaker switch. Also remember not to go above the 5 amp limit during competition. Keep your pit organized because your team will need the space to work on your robot and they don't want to be tripping over anything. Additionally, be aware of your surroundings because at competition you are no longer the only team. There are people everywhere along with the movement of robots. So, off of that, no running in the pits. You no longer represent yourself at competition, you represent your team. And if you look bad, your team looks bad. Safety advisors are always watching, and if you have any questions regarding safety, you can ask them. And there you go, you are now ready to be a safe robotics student. However, there are many specific operating procedures you need to know when doing things like operating a lathe, cutting carbon fiber, cleaning up a battery spill, etc. So, if you have any questions, be sure to ask your mentor and review your rules. So get out there, hop on those safety glasses and appropriate attire, and get to it. My name is Yaseen von Briesen, and you've just been knowledged.
Hope these YETI tips were helpful. Have any questions or tips of your own? Comment down below on Instagram or tweet us at YETI Robotics. Don't forget to go to our website, yetirobotics.org, to see more videos like this one. And don't forget to subscribe. Have you subscribed yet?